Welcome to the HNR First Look app. You can always visit hnr.yatmo.com to log in. You can do this from your smartphone, a tablet, or a computer. All of these devices have the same functionality as any of the others. So, here we are on the home screen. What we want to do is we want to take a quick look at two important things. First off, let's take a look at that top menu bar. Right at the top, that's always going to be there, so we always know how to get around the app. The first icon is an envelope. That envelope will give you all of your notifications. Every time that you have a notification, there'll be a little number in the upper right-hand corner. That will indicate that there was a post or something of interest to you. You can click on that envelope and it will give you a list of all of your recent notifications. Next to that is your profile. You'll see your name and your profile image right here. You'll be able to click on this and update your profile to make sure that it is correct. Think of it as a company directory, so you want to make sure that you put the most relevant information in there so others can contact you. Next to your profile is the Create button. This is how you create a post. So when you click on Create, which we'll go into a little bit later, you're able to post a listing, post maybe a property wanted, anything like that you'd be using the Create button for. And all the way on the right, the little magnifying glass is going to be your search function. The entire app is searchable. So you can type in absolutely any word or any topic, and it will search the entire database of all the posts in the app, and you can go find that post. The other thing we want to take a quick look at here on the left is going to be this slide out menu. When you hover over it, it's going to open up, and you can take a look at the really important things here, which are the loops. For example, it says First Look Sellers here. That is a loop for properties. So if you have a property, you would post it here. The way to think about this is that each loop is a group of posts that have similar content. Technical support, for example, would be all technical support questions, or maybe documentation and tips and tricks about using the app. Open House Sitter, same thing. All of these posts are going to be kind of grouped together so that way we know where all the content is going. If you have any questions at any point about what goes where, I recommend you scroll over to the side here and click, and then you'll get a little description about what exactly you should be putting in this loop. These descriptions are really helpful, and if you have any questions, you can always post in the technical support loop and ask about where a post should go. We can help you out and make sure that the app stays organized and useful. We're going to go back to the home screen here, and let's take a look at this stream. This stream right here next to that slide out menu is all of the posts that I subscribe to. They might be in a loop, or maybe someone mentioned me. Think of this as kind of like email. All the most recent, most relevant posts will end up in this stream, and you can kind of scroll through and see what's going on. This is a really great way to stay in touch. And again, this is on the home screen. Every time you log in, it'll be right here. I can see that there are 2 posts today that were of interest to me, and the system is marking those for me. I can also see before this week there were some posts that were interesting to me as well. So what I recommend here is taking a look at this when you log in, and you can kind of see what's happening. It's really important also to take a look over at featured posts. This might be corporate notifications. This might be something along with an app update giving you instruction about how to use a new feature. You can always look at featured posts here on the home screen when you log in on a tablet or a laptop. The mobile devices, such as an iPhone or an Android phone, have smaller screens, so you're not going to be able to see this exact home screen on those devices. Another interesting thing here is recently used hashtags. This is a collection of hashtags that have recently been used, so you can always click on one and subscribe to it. That means at any time that someone posts something with a 3-bedroom, I'm going to get a notification about it. Obviously, you can subscribe to any sort of hashtag. It could be an area, it could be a listing type, whatever that is, you can subscribe to it. So I recommend that you start subscribing to about 5 different hashtags just to get an idea about what sort of things you'd be like to receive a notification about. You can find hashtags at the bottom of a post. I just clicked a post here, and I'm going to scroll down. At the bottom here, it lists out all the hashtags. So for example, if I click on Area Sandy Springs, I can subscribe to this area so that anytime there's a property listed in this area, I'll receive a notification. What we're going to do right now is take a quick look at how we would post a property in the app. It's pretty straightforward, but I want to make sure that we take some time to look that over. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the side menu here, and we're going to click on First Look Sellers. That's going to open up this new window here, and I'm going to click on Create at the top. And here it says that I'm going to create a first look, and I get to fill out all of this information. So here what you want to do is you want to be as specific as possible, and I'm going to type in that I have a condo in Buckhead. I'm going to say that it's new construction, quiet street, etc. Obviously, you'd be putting in whatever sort of information you have here. The more, the better. You really want to give people an idea about what's going on. I'm also going to fill out the price here. And please make sure that you do not include a money sign or a comma when you put in the value. We're going to fill out how many bedrooms it has, how many bathrooms it has. We have to fill out the FMLS area. This is really important. It's to fill out the FMLS area so that way we know where to categorize it. And then if you know what high school, middle school, or elementary school it's near, you would select that here as well. And you can select multiple schools if they are, for whatever reason, in an area that has multiple choices. Once you're done, you simply click Publish. If you do have any pictures, you would click Add Attachment and select Photo. I recommend that you do post pictures. You can take them with your iPhone as you're walking through the property, and those can end up on the listing as well. So I'm done with this listing, and I'm going to click on Publish here. Now my new post is ready, and everyone else can see it. So this is a really great way to share listings very, very quickly. So if I had just signed with somebody and I'm waiting for it to get on the MLS, this would be a great way for me to share it internally, post some pictures, and generate some interest, and kind of get an idea about the interest in this property. If you have any questions about how to post in the First Look section, always go over to Technical Support, and you can do this by hovering on this menu on the left, click on Technical Support, and make a post in here, and you can ask, posting in First Look, having trouble with, and then you could fill in the information, and we can get right back to you and make sure that we know exactly what's going on. Again, Technical Support is a great place for any questions to be answered. We always want to remember to come over to this menu on the left here, and whenever you're going to post, you want to make sure that you're in the correct loop. So if I were posting in property needed buyers and I was on the home screen, I'd always first want to click on the loop that I would like to post in, and then click the Create button. Remember, this menu on the left will always be here, and you can always hover over it and make sure that you can click on the correct loop to post the correct content. This has been an overview of the First Look app. If you have any questions, again, go over to Technical Support, create a post, and we'll get back to you shortly. Take some time now to take a look at your profile, post your first post, and subscribe to some hashtags.